And it looks like they have chosen Binary, Mr. Toot, and Elevatia.
So we're starting off strong with this one.
That will be a very, very rude first song. Binary is one of the 413s in the pack.
Some technical difficulties here. There we go.
Mr. Toot, a very fun little 10 by D. Vogan, will be second. And if we need it, third song.
I already forgot. Elevatia, thank you.
Thank you. Elevatia is...
Don't laugh at me, I see you.
Elevatia is a rather tricky triplet-heavy song by Implode. Only a 10, but very, very difficult to score on.
10 to pass, but that doesn't mean it's easy to do well on it. You gotta stay focused.
So I believe this will be our last match of pool number 2. And then after that, we have pool number 3 coming up. We will have D-Mac from Madison.
I think there's one more. Is there one more? I feel like Chad has only played one set. Maybe 2.
Oh, that's right. This is only first set of wins, correct?
Yes.
I take it back. We're roughly halfway through this pool.
All right. So
here we go with Binary.
This is an awesome chart.
This is a remix of the original song, which was also charted by Braxtol and was a very popular tournament staple for quite a while. It was a very, at its time, experimental chart with foot switches and bracket combinations.
Which, coincidentally enough, this one has as well. Ooh.
This one dials it up with those brackets in the middle of the 16th streams, which is fairly difficult.
Yeah.
And it looks like, well, I guess we can't say Brandon during this match, so
no,
we'll have to specify. We've got 2 Brandons here.
Sudzi picking up a few greats and a miss during those brackets in these streams. Very unfortunate. So Crescendo with a strong lead out of the gate, but this one is fairly relentless. And
I actually don't think Gate is in this card draw.
Thank you. You're right.
You guys can't see this on stream, but Trevor's looking at me with the stink eye because I made a terrible pun.
I'm actually just trying to not laugh. I'm big enough to admit that was funny. Just trying to pretend it's not. We have induced tears in someone. Right, back to the match. Now that we're all having a good time out here, obviously.
We're 60% in, and Crescendo with still a strong lead and the gold combo, but we're coming up to the harder section of the chart here, where the 30-second drills become a lot more prominent.
Yeah, in the middle of foot switches. So watch that. Bit of a cooldown right here. Some simple brackets and some purple voice. All right, so this is oh,
Crescendo picks up a miss. See if that's enough to give some forgiveness to Sudzi there.
That might be it. Had he held that one to that might be it. A couple misses on Sudzi.
Sudzi unfortunately snagging some more misses on those fast bursts. And the brackets, struggling with those.
Sudzi is having some trouble finding those brackets. Crescendo with the win on that. Very solid score.
And he's got to be happy with that one. So we are going to move on to song number 2, Mr. Toot.
That was NBCrescendo's sight read, man.
And that was a sight read.
That was a sight read.
For NBCrescendo, apparently.
High 98.
Okay.
Very good sight read.
No, he 99'd that. He was on the...
That was a 99.27.
Oh, did I get it mixed up?
You did.
Yeah, that was a 99.27.
He got a 14 excellence, a great, and a miss on one of the most technical songs in the pack.
So, that's song number 2 now, Mr. Toot, which is a fairly straightforward chart. It has a couple of 24th bursts and some very fun brackets.
Yeah, this is a good little...
it's a very laid-back 10.
Chart.
I would say it's a very good intro chart for brackets.
I agree.
If anybody's looking to get in some spicier stuff with brackets, this is a very good beginner bracket chart.
All right, Crescendo with an excellent at the beginning. Couple excellents, actually, so... Let's see.
I would assume that Sudzi knows this chart quite well. It's been in several tournaments recently.
This one was a tournament staple for a little while. Good little FA plus 10. but they're tied. Sudzi picking up a few excellents. Seems to be having some trouble locking in on it. Probably coming off of binary. This is significantly slower and more laid back.
Easy to snag some early excellence when you're coming from a faster song to a slower song. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, so obviously at eighth notes at 105 are not terribly speedy, and it is very easy to just cheat those as jumps. But if you like Mute was saying, Mr. Mute Sim was saying here, if you're trying to learn the basics of muscle memory and footwork for brackets, doing those jumps as they're intended with bracketing is a great way to start figuring it out, because a lot of bracketing comes down to really just muscle memory and figuring out where to lock your foot in my opinion. But I also suck at them, so.
A little biased.
That's what happens when you're like me and you wear moon shoes.
Yeah, if anything, I think probably the difficulty in learning to do brackets properly is getting rid of that aversion that you have from not wanting to turn sharply, because you really got to put yourself at a 45-degree angle,
Yeah,
which is counterintuitive to what most singles players would do with minimizing their form.
Very, very good scores from both players, but Sudzi with a win. 6 excellence to 11. Good match. All right.
So we're going to be going to song 3, Elevatia.
This is a fun one.
And this is by Implode, who was just with us commentating a short while ago, now warming up for his pool, which is coming up soon. We are honored to have Fraxtal in the chat right now, and unfortunately I can't comment on the UI. I have no control over this stream layout. We didn't do anything to this U of I. We're only having the tournament here.
Yeah, the university is as it was when we arrived. We promise. All right, so Elevatia, good little. I guess this would be glitch hop, yes.
Oh, Fraxtal is actually referring to the text upgrade within the game.
Oh, yes, this is a wonderful new theme, unique to the U of I machine. Simply ooh. I hate it.
For now, we're just using the English.ini file to change the in-game text, but there will be a full theme release later on with graphic replacements. Yeah.
Thank God.
Keep your eyes peeled. It's cute. I've seen it.
Is that how you describe it?
Yeah, it's cute.
Anyway, back to the match. We are having way too much fun out here, folks. Back to the match. This is the trickiest part of the song, where it really just goes from being your typical 12th and 24th swing to a lot of really wild off-kilter 48ths.
Basically throws every color of the rainbow at you.
Yeah, it gets very colorful. But it seems like both players honestly handled it pretty deftly. Both still rocking the gold combo. Sudzi a little bit ahead.
It looks like Sudzi is only ahead by a small handful of excellence.
Yeah.
I got you. I was told that you guys are right here.
Oh yeah, we do. It's right there.
That's the one that.
That's the previous. That was.
No. Their card.
No. Oh, their
doing
card
card
draw was
draw
done in
in
there.
here.
They did their card draw in there. We
Yeah,
didn't do
but
that.
you guys can't see that. It's a bit.
Oh, it's fine.
They showed it to us before this
Yeah,
match.
they did. They turned the monitor. All right,
Oh, okay.
Sudzi with the,
All right, I
with
guess
the
that's
very
better, but-
solid. Wow, 3 excellence on Elevatia.
That is a phenomenal score on that chart.
Yeah, not to downplay what Crescendo did with 12. That is that's also extremely good. If you have not played that, it is a lot more difficult than you may think to stay locked in on that fantastic window. And as we have just learned, Sudzi is indeed sweating, playing those 10s.
Wait.